it's always something new to do. You know what I'm saying? Always
Straight
something
up.
new. Yeah, always working.
Straight up and down, man. I hear y'all, a word around the campfire is y'all got something in the books. Y'all got something cooking up. I know you can't give us too much. We got to wait for it, and I'm going to wait for it. I had to come prepared. I had to make sure I came on the show righteous. You feel me? But yeah, I heard we're going to get off into it in a little while. But just to get started, man, tell us how Tier NYC got started. Give us the backstory, how y'all became a superpower in the fashion game.
Yeah, man. You want the long version or the short version?
We on your time. You quarterback this thing. You tell me how I go.
All right. So Tier started. Actually, when we did start, you're all right. We were we started off as Tier NYC. Last year we actually dropped the NYC. So you could switch it up now. You could call us Tier.
Straight up.
You know, we trying to be worldwide. We're already global in all 50 states. We have that reach. We're gonna keep going up. So, you know, we started it. Myself, Nigeria, Eastside. We started Tier in 2014.
Word.
Well, that's when it launched. The talks was before that. We all met in college. The frat brothers. Nigeria is my neophyte actually. Eastside is my line brother. So it was pretty organic, honestly. We was already cool. We already respected each other on a level of brotherhood and a level of fashion, you know. So Nigeria had came to me with an idea to, you know, do a clothing line. And I was like, yeah, like I already had experience in a clothing line that I had started before, but didn't really reach the levels that I wanted it to reach. So this was kind of like my second chance at it, you know, like a rebirth almost. And then Eastside came along into the you know, the duo at first. So then it became a trio for Eastside. And yeah, ever since then we just started from the ground up. We all had day jobs. We were saving our money, you know, kind of creating the footwork for the brand until we were able to launch in 2014 December. So now going into year 7, it's been amazing. It's been ups, it's been downs. We've had a lot of accomplishments and accolades, and yeah, and we're gonna just continue to grow and continue to become a household name. You know, I bumped into this dude the other day, and he was like, "Yo, y'all really the what did he call it? The uniform of New York." I was like, fire. So.
Nothing but big things going on around the city, man. I appreciate you tapping in again. Talk about your inspiration for fashion coming up. You're a New York native, born and raised, right?
Canarsie, Brooklyn.
Gotcha.
Me and Eastside actually both are from Canarsie. Nigeria is from Farragut, downtown Brooklyn, Farragut Projects. Yeah, like we all have a background in art. Me personally, I went to art school all my life. I was that kid I felt like I was too cool for the art kids, but
as most creatives do.
Yeah, I felt like I was too cool, and I kind of carried that throughout my career, quote unquote, with art. I never wanted to get too dirty because I was always like, I gotta stay fly. I still love basketball.
Right.
I still love this. Yeah, I could draw. Like I'm nice, but like I never wanted to get too ingrained into it. It was weird. I was like, I was battling my talent for like an image that I thought, like, you know what I mean?
There's more of a finesse. Or more you got the creative juices, but you more of a, like you said, art director of photography type of feel. Like you know what needs to be done. You see it before they do it, but somebody else actually puts their hands to it. So more creative directing. I feel it. I love it.
Well, Nigeria for the brand is the creative director. So
got you.
Definitely those roles work together a lot. Like they go hand in hand. So I do a lot of drawing. and then those drawings, they get digitized. You know, they go into Illustrator, Photoshop, the works. Just get perfected and finalized and modified and transferred onto the garment.
Before you know it, it's on you. You feel me?
Yeah, that transition never gets old for me. It's like, damn, like I really just scribbled on this notepad right here, right? And then I'm like, okay, let me see how I can develop it. I develop it a little further. I share it with my team, and that whole process is great because like we all work so cohesively.
Yeah, you see your work coming. You see your work coming to life. You put it on a pad. Next thing you know, you can touch it. You can feel it. I definitely understand where you're coming from. I can relate. I feel it, bro.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of digging. I heard you was a bit of a sneakerhead, and some of your inspiration came from, the shoe game. So I want to get off into a couple of your favorite pairs and how that, I guess, inspires you in terms of your creative process when you guys come out with new capsules and new collections for Tier.
It
don't got to be a long list. Just give me 3. Gun to your head. You hanging over a bridge and you can only take 3 pair of shoes with you. Which ones you taking?
Yeah, I'm taking some Jordan 1s. I'm not gonna give you a color. I'm just gonna say some Jordan 1s. I'm taking some I'm probably taking a pair of New Balances. One of the 990 series.
990s, right on.
Yeah. And I gotta do a pair of white ups.
G Fazos around here. We call them G Fazos in Chicago. Y'all call them ups at the crib in New York City. I feel it. Right on. How long you been collecting shoes for? Did it start as a shorty? Was it when you got in high school, first job? Now you got a chance to use your paycheck and buy sneakers. What? How long you been in the shoe game?
I would say my first pair of Jordans was the 14s. Cherry 14s, white and red.
All right.
So what year was that? I probably was like 19. What was that? I don't know, man. Like 5th grade, maybe. Yeah.
So 10, 11 years old. That's right around the time when you actually paying attention to the game. That's when I really started being active in terms of picking up hooping and paying attention to, the greats anyway. So yeah, that's about right. Yeah. You was a big sports fan too?
Yeah, of course. I really started off with my dad just on the weekends or, after I did my homework, he would turn on the game. I was watching Iverson.
Word.
I was Chris Webber and Mike Bibby and, you feel me, Jordan. Those late playoff games and Kobe and Shaq. And so that's my era of basketball.
Word.
Marbury, Kevin Garnett.
Yeah, Hall of Fame. He just went in yesterday.
Yeah.
Right
Shout out to him for that.
That's lit. So I wanted to ask you about the sneaker game because a lot of the pieces that you guys put out, they sit well. You feel me? They sit real well, and they go with silhouettes of sneakers. They go hand to hand. They go really well. You said it yourself. Somebody came up to you and said, y'all are the uniform in New York City now. I want to know how you felt when you first saw some. Obviously, the brand is going galactic right now, right? Y'all got some of the best Black luminaries in terms of actors, rappers, and athletes in the culture. I want to know, what was your initial thought? Who was the first one that y'all saw in the brand and was like, oh shit, you know what I mean? Like we doing something, and then talk about that feeling amongst the team. How that made you all feel?
I mean, it might vary for everybody because everyone,
no doubt,
gravitates to different people. But I would say some of the big hitters, like when Rick Ross had it,
legendary.
Was like, super hype about Rick Ross, Issa Rae.
Had the paper cover.
Carmelo was dope for sure. Carmelo. Who else was big for us? Like Winnie Harlow. Winnie Harlow was crazy.
Yeah.
And then just like it's so many names.
But it's not something that you didn't see coming though, right? That's what you all set out to do. So it didn't come as a surprise when you saw like a Rose, a JT,
Right.
Chris Paul, Carmelo Anthony. I mean, I could
Right.
keep going. You know what I'm saying? I could say it for you. You being modest about it, I appreciate it. But I'm a champion y'all to the end of it. But I just want to know, like, how did that feeling, or what was that feeling when you saw, like major movers and shakers in the brand?
Yeah, like honestly, the everyday person excites me. You know what I'm saying? So for some people, and it takes someone like a big name to validate for it. But for us, we already knew we had great products, great
1000%.
quality, a great story, and a authentic story to us. So that's just further testaments to our hard work, honestly. So yeah, like it was amazing feeling, getting those placements, having them genuinely like the product, that they would wear it besides the shoot. You know what I mean? Just on a random day, you'll click their story and you'll see them in Tier. That's how you know they really connect with it. They're not just doing it for a photo op. So that I feel like is more impactful than just seeing them big on that front cover, or big, like it's the comments when they write you back. That's fire.
I saw you all had a correspondence with D Wade. He bought
Yeah,
a bunch of pieces.
that's probably the most recent, like, wow moments. You know what I mean? Someone that that was probably one of my best or favorite when I used to play 2K, one of my favorite covers. You know what I mean? What was that? 2K6 probably. I don't even remember, but yeah, D Wade, one of my favorite players right there. And just to him to say, "Yo, this uh this item feels amazing. Keep up the good work. That's dope." So,
And he's a heavy hitter when it comes to fashion. He's not afraid to show his creativity when it comes to dressing and showing off. So that was definitely a big feather in the cap for him to champion you guys. So you said you've known Nigeria and Isai since college. I know they're not here to have a conversation with us right now, but talk about, if you can, just what each one of you all individually brings to the brand. Because it's essentially, when we tie it into sports, y'all are something like a big three. You know what I mean?
Right,
So just talk about, if you can, what each one of you all brings individually, and how you make each other better, and how you push each other to push the brand forward.
Yeah, man. So I'm the art director, co-founder. Nigeria's also a co-founder, creative director. Isai, e-commerce, finance,
Word.
CFO, co-founder. Yeah, we are. I would say, like, the perfect team as far as like balance, as far as feeding off of each other, as far as pushing each other to not to challenge each other, or not to question each other, but to challenge an idea and to make it better, knowing that at the end of the day, it's all about making Tier as a unit stronger. Just like we argue a lot, but the arguments always are backed behind that one goal. Like, about certain things, that it sometimes comes down to a vote at the end of the day that we're happy with. Definitely compromise is big for us. Communication is big for us. Transparency is big for us. It just makes our job a lot easier, and just the energy and flow, a lot more positive in the room. When we have to make those decisions, those really big, just make and break decisions. And we, like I said, we all got our backgrounds. Nigeria majored in media management, media arts. He's great graphic designer, great visionary. That creative director role fits him well. He does a lot of marketing, all those, like, a lot of those shoes, how you see the Instagram, he does social media, like, he does a lot. He was the first one to quit his job, just to get into that a little bit and really take on the brunt of the work. while me and Esai were still at our 9 to 5s, just inserting ourselves as we should. And then Esai, his background in business finance, he also had like a hidden talent of drawing. So that came into play because we all have a hand in designing, which is probably unique to a lot of brands. So I think that, I mean, not to our brand. So we all have a say in designing that whole process. But yeah, as long as we are the best at our role, our specific role within the brand, and we playing our part and we're maximizing it, that's it. Everything is gold after that.
It is gold. Couple collabs I want to talk to you about. You mentioned Carmelo Anthony a little bit ago. You all did a limited collaboration with him that he hosted on his website. And also, what I thought was super dope. Everything y'all do, for me, it feel like the Midas touch. Everything y'all touch turns to gold. But the other collab I want to talk to you about real quick is when you all had the pop-up with Adidas in Soho. Talk about those partnerships if you can. Obviously, again, Carmelo was a bit of a walking billboard for you all. When the NBA players do their, pregame walkthrough, you got to see what they're wearing fashion-wise. Chris Paul was another one that was heavy dripping with tears. So just talk about how that collaboration with Melo came about, and also the pop-up or the partnership with Adidas.
Yeah. Those are what can I say? I'm trying to summarize it into one word. I probably can, but they were dope. Just that opportunity to be put on that stage, to have some new experiences was amazing. And we really like collaborating. We're big into community. I think that's one of the pillars of our brand, community. Like any experience or any pop-up or anything that deals with Tier is gonna feel like an experience. You're gonna leave with something. It might not be something tangible, but it's like you're motivated, you feel good, you're happy, just networked with someone. So collaboration just made sense, and with the right parties that are aligned with similar visions, it's a no-brainer. With Adidas, that was dope. You know what I mean? Like, whenever you're with a huge athletic house like Adidas or a Nike or a New Balance, you know what I mean? That's the opportunity you want to just run with a lot of times.
For sure.
So I would just say it was adding notches to our belt. It was adding experience to our belt. It was adding another market, another target audience to our belt. And with Carmelo, that was really cool because the whole idea behind it, we're the future. It was like that collection was talking to the kids growing up, coming up behind us.
Right.
And they're the future. We're the present, actually. They're the future. So it was really speaking to them. That collection spoke to them and where we envision the future to go, as us being the trailblazers, hoping that we set that path for them, that anyone that's inspired by us or that's following us can feel empowered, can feel like I could do whatever I want to do. I just got to work hard. I got to make a plan. I got to execute. That's it.
You just brought up a real good segue from me. You mentioned, inspiring the kids. You all just recently dove into creating a line or a segment for kids. That was something that first of all, let me send my complete appreciation. I'm going to deck my daughter out in every piece that I can, bro.
Thank you.
But you all spoke with BET a little while ago, and one of the quotes that you said was that some of the biggest supporters of the brand to this point have been women, and they were calling for a women's division, and it seems like that part of the business is taking off more than anything else. And let me tell you, these women out here, shout out to the ladies that's rocking the Tier. They look damn good in it. You feel me? Yeah. I'm talking about Scotty Beam, JT, Issa, And that's not to mention the everyday women that the everyday black women that's out here killing it. And not to mention, but from what I noticed, a big part of your team is made up of women, mountain moving women in the industry. So mountain moving women in the industry. So if you can touch on for a second, what the presence of women means to Tier, and its success thus far.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we're all made by women. We all appreciate women. The biggest consumers are women. Women, when they shop, they know what they want.
Word.
You know what I mean?
They know what looks good.
Anything. They can wear anything. It's dope. Women's fashion is amazing. And then they buy clothes for us too. So that's a little, you know, shout out to them. So just like developing that and really paying attention to like our data and our analytics really helped us pivot and really like strengthen the women's side of Tier that we eventually made a sector for women, to really show like, okay, like we're paying attention, we're listening, we want to show y'all, you know, we want to share our story and our creativity with you guys through the women's sector. The team has been built up as of late, and shout out to Ananda. Her and Rick, they do the majority of the creative direction and the artwork for women, and it's I'm more than pleased with the work that they're putting out, their hunger, their attitude towards it, their approach. That when they bring it back to us, it's like in those meetings, we're just excited. And I can't wait to like what's in store right now, because that's just in my head right now from the last meeting. What's in store for women is it's gonna be epic.
We're gonna have to talk offline about it. I know. Yeah. Like I said, we was trying to get the interview together, and y'all had a dinner.
Part of my background, these Brooklyn streets get a little crazy.
Bro, you good money.
Picking up.
We on your time. Don't even trip about it. I'm not worried about that at all. Like I said, I know y'all had a celebratory dinner. Y'all got a smoke show on the way. We're gonna let people check it out. We're gonna let people get in tune real quick. Couple more questions before I get you out of here, man. The fashion show, the runway show you all did, unbelievable production. You continue to elevate. I mean, the name speaks for itself, but you all continue to elevate. That seemed like a major undertaking, especially in the middle of the pandemic. How did this past year affect your work ethic, your grind, your motivation to get better, to reach a new tier, no pun intended, but just talk about what this year did to the business, did to the brand. For the three of you, I know you can't necessarily speak for the guys, but just for you personally, how did the pandemic affect your mindset in terms of wanting to, continue to be creative and push the brand forward?
Yeah, 2020 was our best year, man. Our best year.
Hit the Ross phone. Hit the Ross phone. Can you say it one more time? 2020 was what?
2020 was our best year.
Hit the Ross. Hit the air horn. All right. Yeah. Talk about it, champ.
We had to, like everyone that was in the house, we had to really sit down. We had to reflect. We had to like game plan, strategize, make sure everything was, set up right, to take on that year. And it was just like an aha moment for us. You know what I mean? We knew we was confident in the product that we was going to put out. We put it out, that first pre-order, and my phone was just going off. I was like, nah, this is crazy.
Clicking.
This was like May, I want to say. It's probably May. So that's like the heart of the pandemic.
Yeah,
the heart of everything going crazy. And right before that, like Nigeria was holding down. We did an initiative where we did Meals for Med, and we was, delivering food from different chefs, and we was delivering the food that they made to hospitals around the tri-state area.
For the healthcare workers, major.
You know, with that going on, and then us, you know, behind the scenes, creating, and then getting ready for that rollout, and then just to sit and then see that time hit the clock, you know, and just watching those orders come in, that memory is like stuck in my mind, you know what I mean? And then since then, the momentum really, and it's funny because for some people that was their first experience with Tier, you know, like this is 6, and you just now, you know, knowing about it. I mean, cool, you know what I mean? But it's just something you think about sometimes too, just to give you some perspective. And yeah, I think if I would, you know, give advice, is just when times is tough like that, and you just gotta recenter yourself. You gotta figure out, you gotta remind yourself why you started in the first place. You know what I mean? And let that inspire you to like keep going.
Right.
Some brands it takes 10 years, 15 years, you know what I mean? On the outside looking in, people might think, oh yeah, Tier, they made it. They, you know, but us, we're still climbing, you know what I mean? We're still climbing. There is no limit for us, honestly. We're gonna just keep going. Keep going.
This boy dropping all the sound bites for the kid, you feel me? Straight up. No limits, no limit records, you feel me? Let's talk music for a second. Nigeria's been very adamant saying Kanye was one of his biggest muses, biggest inspirations, just from a creative process, a musical process. What role does music play for you in terms of art direction? And who are some of your I guess I'm asking who's in your Serato when you're going through your process.
Yeah, music is definitely big. There's always music going on in the studio. Nigeria always plays music too. Like he puts me on to a lot of music. For me personally, I listen to a lot of everything, honestly. There's no one. I think, you know, with music, it's a mood thing. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to be calm, I like a little subtle, you know, like the more calm Afro beats, a little bit of soul. And then when I feel like it's a Friday and it's lit, we got a drop come in, we turn up. You know, whoever, Dirk, Uzi, whatever new music that drops. Young Thug, we love Ye. That's forever. Jay-Z, when we feeling like real motivational.
Yeah.
Yeah, we into a lot of new artists too, man. A lot of new artists, a lot of artists that like personally me that like everyone might not know, but like Fergie Baby, he's coming up from Harlem.
Shout out Fergie Baby.
Yeah. Who else I listen to? Yeah, just I can't even think of all of it right now. I gotta go through my recently added on iTunes and all that.
I feel it.
But I'll just kind of just put it on shuffle and see what hits.
Oh, goody, bro. Let me get you out of here on this, man. What can we expect coming down the pipeline? I know you hear it a million times. I know you're excited about what's about to come out. I can't wait. I can't wait. But what can we expect from 2021 and beyond from Tier?
We're giving y'all heat, man. We're giving y'all heat. It's I don't even know. I can't even put it into words, but like the site is shut down right now.
For a good reason.
Yeah. We're gonna get the Facebook shop going, so just in case anybody want to pick up stuff, they could go to the Facebook and get whatever they need. But yeah, when the site opens, just be ready to take a trip, man. Be ready to take a trip. That's all I'm gonna say.
I love it.
Yeah.
For those that's not in tune, stupid. For those that's living under a rock, tell them how they can get situated. Where y'all at with it? Where can they find it? What do they need to be looking for? Give them all the socials. Give them the virtual business card right now, Brody. What's up?
All right. You know, you got shoptier.nyc. That's the webpage. When it opens back, you definitely gonna want to check it out. For the Instagram, it's Tier _NYC, and then it's Shop Tier for my Twitter people.
And for the socials, for the gang, for the team, where can they find you brothers at, man?
Yeah, mine is at Victor James, VCTR James, JAMES. Nigeria is at 9 Spades. And then for Eastside, it's, did he change his name? Nah, it's at Eastside.
Oh, it's Eastside. I thought it was Epsi.
It's actually Eastside, yeah.
All right, on.
Yep.
Right on, straight up and down, man. Senior art director, co-founder of Tier, Victor James. Big dog, thank you so much for coming on the show. I appreciate you. You're welcome back whenever you feel like it, bro. No doubt, big dog. Of course. We appreciate y'all tapping in each and every week, man. Y'all know where y'all can find us at: Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Anchor, all of that. Don't ever forget.
What happened here was a miracle, and I want you to acknowledge it.
All right, it was a miracle. Can we go now?
We gone. Holla.